Hello, my lovely anatomist and physiologist, Michele here. And I feel like the start of our chapter 22 video series should begin with a deep breath. Because we are studying the respiratory system. When we think about the respiratory system, let's begin with jobs. So what are the functions of the respiratory system? And of course, one obvious function is to move air in and out of the body. So just getting air from our atmosphere into our body and used air from our body out back into the atmosphere. We will also see respiratory system has a surface for gas exchange. And so these are two important things. We have to get that air into the body, and then we have to get that gas into our bloodstream. And so that's what we're talking about with gas exchange. And then we also see respiratory system is important in our production of sound. We've already talked about how our nose is important in helping to assist with olfaction, our sense of smell. So we did that at the beginning. And then because this is a sensitive surface and because we're bringing something from the outside into the body, we'll see that protection of the respiratory surface will be an important job in the respiratory system. I think the next thing I want to say is when we talk about this need to breathe, our need to breathe is actually driven by our carbon dioxide gas levels. So that actual drive to breathe, to move air in and out of the body, is not driven by the oxygen gas, which we need, but is driven by the CO2 levels in our body. So I think that is a very interesting. Because this was a short introduction, let's go ahead and look at some of the anatomy of the respiratory system. And we'll come back and look at each one of these in more detail. So we will see that the respiratory system can be divided up into two portions, conducting and respiratory portions, where the conducting is talking about that moving of air into and out of the body, whereas the respiratory portion is talking about the actual gas exchange. So as we're looking at the conducting portion, we are going to be tracing the air through the nose, the pharynx, the larynx, the trachea, left and right main bronchi, lobar bronchi, segmental bronchi, and then bronchiole. So up next, let's dig a little deeper into the conducting portion. And as always, take care of yourselves and each other.